Hey, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Mrjaycam, and today's episode is going to be a little bit different. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. This episode is all about me and the questions that I get about my R1 the most often. So it's a little bit about me, my story, part Q&A. So this is how we're going to do it, and let's get to it. So first and foremost, you might be wondering, why did I decide to make a YouTube channel? Well, first of all, I was inspired by watching others, and I'm a Yamaha fan, as you see. My trusty 2018 Yamaha R1 is right here behind me. It's my bike of choice. Other bikes that I've owned include a 2006 R6 and a 2009 Yamaha R1. So I've been a Yamaha fan for as long as I can remember. Big Rossi fan also. Here in the MotoGP and bench speeds back in the day from World Superbike. I started the channel because I'm a Yamaha R1 fan. There wasn't one that I found that was primarily focused on just the Yamaha R1 itself, especially the current gens. Like I said, I did own a 09 previously as well, but another reason is that as older guys, we get a little bit of jokes, you know, some midlife crisis, is this, is that. Well, so yeah, it's just to show you, hey, we can do it too, we can have fun. And also because I wanted to document something and have something and learn a new skill, which is photography and videography, and this allows me to do just that. So this content is going to be honest, authentic, and raw. It's never going to be just the perfect moments. I don't even know if I'll ever have a perfect moment. That's just a part of it, and that's what you're going to see, and that's what you're going to get. If you've been following along already, bear with me. Like I said, I'm still pretty new to it. This year, I finally decided, or talking to some buddies of mine who are pretty fast guys, I finally made the decision that I want to actually become a racer. So I want to film this, and I want to document those steps along the way for anybody else that may be thinking about doing it and maybe have some questions about it or whatever the case may be. I just want to put that out there for people to see what the process is like. Hey, you know, we can't let all the young boys have all the fun, right? Shout out to my guy Killer Cam though, man. That guy has so much energy, it's crazy. Also, I wanted to incorporate a lot of the track content and show my progressions as a rider, but obviously COVID happened. Haven't been able to get on the track yet. A little bit about me. Who is Mrjaycam? Well, I'm an ex-Army veteran, 8 years honorably discharged as a staff sergeant at the time. My cousin's father actually was the first one that was into bikes. And if you can remember way back when, I maybe date myself, to the Speed channel, motorcycle racing of some sort was always on TV. Shout out to George, he rode. But that's who really got me into motorcycles. Like I said, my first bike was a street bike, was a 2006 R6 that I turned into a track only bike. And I did a couple of seasons on that out here in Texas. TWS, World Barber Motorsports Park, excellent track by the way. Man, so many tracks and track days, but I ended up taking a little hiatus for a while. So it probably was about 2014 to a good 3 years off that I took for personal reasons, and riding just wasn't really a good time to be riding, you know. My 2009 R1, unfortunately, it was stolen from me. And that's what led to me getting Dainese here, which is what I call my 2018 R1. Shout out to the mother of dragons, Emilia Clarke. She did excellent in Game of Thrones. That was my show. That's pretty much my story. What I'm looking to do, I want to get into racing. This is the platform that I chose. I wanted a little more horsepower. The R6 is a great bike, and I may end up building another one, because I'm deciding between that or making this a full-on track machine. Without further ado, let's get into the question and answer portions. These are some of the most common questions that I get about my R1. First and foremost, from people that mostly ride but they haven't rode or leader bikes, is it harder to ride because of the weight? So like my answer to that is wet weight, right? So I have a 2018 R1, it's 439 pounds wet. The 2018 R6 comes in at 419 pounds wet according to Yamaha. That difference in itself is pretty negligible. Like, yes, you have more mass, 20 pounds difference, right? However, she has a decat, a lightweight battery, the servo motor, extra cables, pretty much anything that's unnecessary has been taken out. just with that alone, we're looking at maybe a 7-pound difference. So the weight is pretty negligible. Second question would be, what are the gold things at the back? I don't know if you can get in, we can get it in the frame here, but these. It's a Litec chain adjusters, allow me to adjust the chain evenly and accurately pretty quickly just by clicking them little knobs at the back. What gear am I running? Well, first of all, stock is a 16-tooth front sprocket with 41 in the rear. I am running 1642. Lose a little bit of top end. How much? I'd be curious to know. Racing a guy with the S1000, this runs as a S1000 RR. It's not the new one, but the one prior to, and I know they're fast, but man, he was ripping. I think it was I got a beat a little bit worse than I thought I should, so maybe I need to go back to stock or do a -1 in the front or something. To be more to come on that. How are the electronics? Again, it's from people that ride, but may not have electronics on their bike. First of all, I haven't noticed them. The only one that's noticeable is if you're trying to wheelie, like on purpose, and lift is on. Yes, you'll notice the power's cutting, it's sitting down the front. I've had lights flash in a corner here recently, which I talked about in a video, which I'll link to here, but I didn't notice it, to be honest. It's very non-intrusive, and as far as the different configurations and levels, I made a pretty detailed video, which you can see here on my YouTube channel that I'll post a link to, or if you're following on Instagram, it's at Mrjaycam. I went ahead and put up the IGTV video for that one, so you'll have that there as well. Another question that I get is, my ECU flashed, and if so, how did I like it? Yes, it's flashed. See the video for that. And Nick Marino at Crossplane R1 Custom Tuning took care of that. And then I get questions about tires as well. Just had an episode called Tire Talk, which is installment number 12 on my channel. One thing I would be interested in doing if I could swing it is to go out on my route with different sets of tires and compare them. I think that'll be a good blog, especially for the other R1 guys or just people that are curious in general about the tires and the different setups and whatnot. I'm a Michelin fan. Which Michelins did I go with? Watch that video to find out. So if you didn't ride a R1, which bike would you ride? So I'm pretty tall, and I hear a lot of good things about the ergonomics on the S1000 RR. I know they have a lot of power. The electronics are top notch. I was looking forward to riding it at the California Superbike school, but COVID. So that's one thing I need to get rescheduled, but it would be a S1000 RR or a Ducati V4R. Then I get a question about the gear that I use. Alpinestars GP Pro, I believe it's the V2 suit. It's the newest one, the newest GP Pro. SMX6 boots and GP Pro Revision 3 gloves. My boots are the SMX6s, but I think I'll be going over and getting a set of SuperTechs. And my helmet is the AGV Corsa R in the Simoncelli edition. Rest in peace to Marco. He was taller, he was wild, he had the hair. That was my guy, man. So what is next for me? We kind of already talked about that in the beginning, but just to recap, in an effort to get in shape, not having been in the gym, well, I picked up a mountain bike. It's actually sitting here just off camera. It needs to be put together. Got delivered today, so I'll be doing that. Still looking for a dirt bike, so I can get out there and ride dirt. But depending on how this mountain biking thing goes, I may or may not go the dirt bike direction. So possibly might see some some mountain biking content on a future installment of Sundays with Six. And speaking of, what's Sundays with Six? Sundays with Six is kind of non-structured. It's a vlog, but it's not, I don't really have a particular topic. It's kind of like Sunday Fun Day, Mrjaycam style. Why is it called Sundays with Six? Well, I'm 6'4", and that's my nickname that my friends know me by. So I wanted to incorporate it into the Mrjaycam thing, and that's something that I do. So that's why my hashtag is #IGetBusy with the 6, with the number 6. It's just the representative of my nickname and another way for people to recognize me. there's the track days that gotta get rescheduled. Like I said, June 21st, it's Father's Day. We'll be out at ECR. Then June 10th and 11th, or 11th and 12th will be down in Houston. August 22nd, August 23rd down at COTA, Circuit of the Americas. And then I need to look into finding a new date for California Superbike School. I hope I can get it in this year, but if not, I'm gonna try and go for the Laguna Seca slot that I would have attended in March in 2021. Fingers crossed on that. Like, can't take anything for certain these days. I need to get the bodywork ordered for the bike, the track bodywork, and get it designed. I know a shop that does a wrap, but they haven't responded yet, so it's just more training. Like, I'm doing the one-on-one, well, the 2-to-1 rider coaching, sport bike rider coaching that Yami New put me on, so thank you for that. I appreciate that. And then last but not least, if you're a fan of motorsport, this was supposed to have been launched already, but again, COVID. There's Formula Americas. You can head over to my Instagram and it's in the bio at Formula Americas. That's my motorsports coverage page where I'll be focusing on F1 and MotoGP. Throwing a little World Superbike and other racing series, but that's me on my journalism bag, if you will. It's my new endeavor. The site was supposed to launch on the Thursday prior to the Australian GP, but Formula One has yet to start. So my Instagram is live, the Twitter is live for that. If you're into motorsports, give me a follow over there. If you like the content that you see, please share, like, leave a comment, follow on Instagram and engage. I'll do this because it's something that I legitimately love to do. Like, I love to go fast, I love to ride. A lot of the family, they're into racing, like they do drags and stuff with cars. And I dabble in the karting as well. You'll see some clips of that from time to time on Instagram or whatever the case may be, and I still do it for fun, but doing it on 2 wheels provides me with a different challenge. It's keeping with the love and the rush for the adrenaline, but in my own way and not doing it somebody else's way. But that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, look out for more look out for it in a more of a documentary format as we get on this road to racing license. My journey to become an actual amateur racer. So stay tuned for that. It's your boy, Mrjaycam. I appreciate the love and support. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Peace.